Well, it sounds like weather conditions may be helping, of course, when it comes to that fire burning near Portland's primary water supply. You can certainly understand why some folks might still feel a little bit unnerved.
Environmental reporter Cale Williams asked the city's water quality managers about what's being done to protect your drinking water.
Our water is and continues to be safe to drink.
That's Scott Bradway, water quality manager with the Portland Water Bureau. And he said that despite the Camp Creek fire's proximity to Bull Run, there's nothing to worry about. At least for now.
The fire is still about a mile and a half or so from Reservoir 2, and I believe just over 3 miles from our Headworks facility.
The Headworks are the initial treatment facility up in Bull Run. That's where our drinking water actually enters the system before it makes its way to our taps. And it's an important facility. So much so that the Water Bureau still has someone working up there despite the fire burning nearby. But if it were to go out of commission, the Bureau has a backup plan too.
So here in Portland, we're fortunate. We've got 2 high-quality sources of drinking water. You have Bull Run, as we've been talking about, and then we have our Columbia South Shore well field.
The Columbia South Shore well field is, you guessed it, a field of wells on the south shore of the Columbia River. And the Water Bureau is already using it. They began drawing water up from the wells last week because of our long, hot, dry summer, which left the reservoirs in Bull Run low for this time of year. The 25 wells in the well field can deliver up to 95 million gallons of water per day. And while that may sound like a lot, Portland's peak summer demand for water is actually 125 million gallons per day.
We cannot meet all of our system demands in the summertime with our groundwater capacity. And that is one of our concerns now with this fire, is that if we were to have to evacuate the Bull Run treatment facility, we would need to turn off the Bull Run because it would be untreated water.
Bradway said in that scenario, which is still unlikely, they can request some other water districts seek water from alternative sources or ask customers to cut back on water use.
Those are things we're preparing for. We're not there yet. We're not asking anybody to reduce their water use now or anything, but those are things we're prepared to do.
And Cale is here now. We have some questions for you. It sounds like that treatment facility could be kind of a weak spot in the system. Is there an alternative if that goes offline?
Well, there is an alternative water source, and that's the well field that we talked about in the piece. But the Water Bureau is also working on building an alternative treatment facility that would be out in eastern Multnomah County, but that probably wouldn't be online until 2027 at the earliest.
Okay, a long way to go there. Any chance the fire itself could contaminate the water supply, though?
Now, what they tell me is that the most likely scenario is that we would wait until the winter rains come, and then those could potentially wash some of the ash and the exposed soil down into the reservoir, where again, they could turn to the well field if they needed to.
All right, thank you, Cale.